Alright, so we explained this folder and this index. Alright, what is the HTML like? What is HTML? HTML is like a newspaper, like New York Times. Say if you put a Washington Post, yeah, we're going to look at the Washington Post and we see what's inside this Washington Post. Alright, so inside this Washington Post you see this animation. There is a photo here. This section is for the logo, and the bottom line here is there is a writing here. There is a heading here. It means that's a header. There's a heading. Okay, so we come down, we see that this is a paragraph here, and there is a small very small paragraph here. We see that small animation here. We see that there is a sign in, and there is a little bit top. So when we move, you see that there is a hand is trying to touch or trying to press. Alright, we see these opinions, and when we go inside these opinions, alright, so we see inside this opinion that page went inside another page. Okay, and in here you see this, the Biden is betting Senate. If we copy this and we put it in our own browser, okay, now I say bye bye to myself. Now if we go to the H2 and we go run, see what we see. As you guys can see, you see exactly the same thing, with the exception of this. So far it's paying off, with the exception of this, which I'm going to explain why this is coming. Yeah, that's it. It's okay. So we go here, that's here. So if I remove that comma and I'm trying this again, see that comma's gone, and I'm going to explain in future video why that was the case. I don't want to confuse you guys, because you guys learning a lot from scratch. You guys started from the scratch, and now you guys exploring this and at the same time absorbing all this information at once. So I just wanted to show you guys that this HTML is exactly like this page of the Washington Post, our New York Times, our any other Times, our Sydney Morning Herald, our Singapore Times, our Bangkok Times. As you guys can see, there is a photo here and there is a writing here. There is writing, then there's when we move here the color changes. It means it's going to take us to another page. So that's, I'm going to explain that in future videos, in the next few videos. But at the moment I want to explain these headings, that there is a headings here, and say if you put a New York Times, yeah, okay, so we put a New York Times, we see what happens with New York Times. Okay, New York Times. Alrighty, so we see that New York Times got the same information, all these small writings here. There is a small writing again, that's okay, so we put our cursor. Where are we gonna do that? What are we gonna do that? Okay, we're gonna put it here. Alright, you guys seeing that there is small things moving here and taking us to the NewYorkTimes.com. There is a date here. Okay, so there is a date here, as you guys can see on top, and there is a US, and the Senate's filibuster, as I can see, filibuster.html. Can you guys see that? There is a date here. That's a format. That's how HTML works. There is a formatting inside the engines telling the browser how to show, how to format this, how to show the photo or column or this block. Alright, so the actual page, the page name is this one, .html. so in our case is index.html. so but in their case it does different, totally different. And you guys can see the extension, that HTML at the end, it means it's hypertext document. Alright, so you guys see this. So we copy this and we go back to our text editor. Now we're gonna do that heading 3. Alright, so that's our heading 3. So we go here and put that one as our heading 3. Yeah, we save it, our Control S, we go back and we check again. Alright, so you saw that, you're seeing that the first one's heading 1, which is very big. The second one is a little bit bigger, but that's also heading. The third one is getting smaller. Yeah, so now we go to heading 4. Heading 4, this is heading 4. Same thing, save, our Control S, check again your browser, and you see this is a heading 4. Alright, so you can copy paste that few times if you want. So we go here and say this time we're gonna copy for heading 5 the all this writing here. Okay, so where is our editor? Our editor is here. Okay, so we go to heading 5. So we've done heading 4. Sorry, we go to heading 5. We close it with heading 5. When you guys one thing I request you guys, try not to memorize this, because it's a lot of code. You can't memorize all this, so you don't memorize these things, you just practice. It goes to your subconscious, just like you speak English language. You've practiced it and it's in your subconscious. You don't think, you just say if you want to speak Arabic, you can't speak because you didn't learn. But if you speak Arabic and you practice for a while, then you become fluent and it goes to the back of your mind. It becomes your subconscious. So exactly same as languages. When the more you practice, the more you get better at it, and the more you realize you learn from your mistakes. And one thing, don't be frightened from mistakes. That's how you learn. Humans learn from their mistakes. So you remember, the more you try, the more you're making mistakes, the more you learn. So if you don't try, you never make mistakes and you never learn. So we go to our heading 5. So that's our heading 5. So you guys can see the difference. That's heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If we do this one, refresh it. So one thing again that you guys noticing, that every time I write something, I save it, I'll come here and I refresh. That's how you guys do that. Every time you wanna check your pages or your writing. So the last one I think is heading 6. As you guys can see, there's no more option after this heading 6. Alright, so you put here. Okay, so you go here again in New York Times. You try to take one of these, the whole, maybe you can take the whole sentence. You just take it, copy it, and you can paste it anywhere. Maybe you can try to shorten it. So or you can put anything, because I'm a bit lazy. I don't want to type, but you guys can type anything you like, anything you like. Anyway, I'll try to change it just to, okay, so I'll go here, I'll leave this Washington one alone, and I'm say this is the last H6 header 6. Okay, Control S to save. We go here and we see this one, Washington. This is the last H6, heading 6. So heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6.